Alright guys, let's get ready to start here. Enough power is generated in your heart to run a car 20 miles. All the blood vessels in your body, they were put together end to end. It's around the world 2.5 times. The human heart can create enough pressure that it would squirt blood 30 feet. In one day, your heart beats 100,000 times. The heart is the hardest working muscle in your body. It's about the size of your fist. All of this is made possible by something that weighs less than a pound. Welcome to Heart Smart Nutrition. Prevention is your best bet. All right. We're gonna learn the essentials today of the things that are going on. We're gonna learn a lot of the things that are going on regarding heart health in America. We're gonna learn some good nutritional values that are gonna help us balance most of the difficulties that we have with high blood pressure and all the risks that are related to heart blood pressure, to heart disease. Let me get one of these. Alright, so you're going to get some good energy going on here, so I want everyone to stand up. Alright, let's do a little bit of clapping, come on. Get excited. This is the first day of the rest of your lives. You better start out doing it right. We're going to learn a lot of good information here, so stay focused. And here we go. Alright, so get in the mood of things. And here we go. So this is what we're going to go over. We're going to understand the risks of heart disease. We're going to go over cholesterol, and this whole bunch of information coming out right now about cholesterol. There's a lot of stuff in the news. There's a lot of new studies coming out that's saying, hey, cholesterol is really a lot more important than what we think, and in different ways that we're thinking about it. So we're going to go over a little bit of that. Then we're going to go over CRP. And when I say CRP, or C-reactive protein, I want you guys to immediately think inflammation. All right? So CRP is inflammation. Then we're going to talk about the alkaline diet. So alkaline is the opposite of acid, and we're going to move our diet so that we promote alkaline environment in our bloodstream instead of this highly acid environment that we have that is causing so much problems, as we will see. Okay? Then we'll go over how it works. We'll put it all together, and we'll call it a day. Sounds like a plan? All right. So let's get started. Heart disease. This is what you'll find in WebMD. This is what you'll find in the American Heart Disease Association, all this stuff. Uncontrollable. Let's touch on that first. Males make up for 52% of heart disease in America. Females make up for 48%. So let's call it even, 50-50, because we all need to take care of this stuff. All right? It's very important, and I mean, for that 2% difference, it really doesn't matter. Let's just put a lot of attention to what's going on, and the energy we need to put in the right place so that we can make our lives healthier. Age, obviously, the older you get, the more damage you have. You know, it's one of those wear and tear things. Family predisposition, I want to debunk this one. It's like, hey, my dad was Republican, so I'm Republican type of thing. My dad ate bad foods, and my mom cooked them, and that's what I grew up eating, and I mean, those are the habits. It's not familiar to predisposition. It's not in your genes. It's really the things that we pick up along the way. All right? And then race, it plays in a couple of aspects. African Americans, 40% of them have heart disease. It's one of those statistics. But actually, 82% of the diagnosed heart disease is in white people. So let's talk about the ones that we can control. Smokers, in the last 40 years, 5.5 million Americans have died because of smoking and the heart disease that is triggered by it. All right? It increases your blood pressure. It increases the acidity in your system. It puts stress into your heart system and your blood vessels. So it really leads to a lot of problems there. All right? Physical inactivity, being overweight by more than 20% of your ideal weight, that certainly causes a lot of problems as well.
Good to see you there, okay?
And of course, stress. And stress can be in a variety of ways. It can be the way we eat, the way we sleep, what we do during the day, if we have, if we lead a healthy lifestyle, if we're drinking all the time, drugs and all that stuff also have a high effect on that, and we're just going to categorize all that in stress. Now the ones that we're really going to focus in right here is diabetes, hypertension or high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and that C-reactive protein, inflammation. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and add one more. This one's not on the CDC or any of these websites. It's blood acidity, the blood. Alright, so if you go into a more acid state, you're producing more inflammation, alright, and that's going to bring about higher cholesterol, because opposite to what most people think about cholesterol, it's going to give me a heart attack. No, actually, we'll go over this later, there would be no life in this planet if it wasn't for cholesterol, because cholesterol is what makes the outsides of our cells. We increase cholesterol in our bloodstream as we need to heal, because it's one of the prime materials. It's like building a house without wood, or building a house without cement. So if we need cement, we increase the supply of cement so that we can build a house. Exactly. So all these things are going to kind of fall one into the other. Diabetes increases blood pressure and increases acidity, which is going to increase C-reactive protein. Hypertension, regardless of the diabetes, is going to increase acidity. It's going to increase C-reactive protein. And same thing with cholesterol. It's going to be increased because of any of one of those, because the body needs to heal. Okay? So what we're really going to target in this talk is high blood pressure, blood acidity, and the C-reactive proteins, which are the two things that nowadays are linked higher with heart disease. The one thing I want to add is cholesterol. Really, let's say this right now out loud. Cholesterol is not evil. I want you all guys to say it. Cholesterol is not evil. Alright? Cholesterol is not evil. It's really not. It's a building block of life. When you look at your cholesterol ratio, this is one thing that is really important and relevant. When you look at your cholesterol ratio, the one ratio I really want you to use, I don't want you to use total cholesterol, I want you to use HDL over total cholesterol. Alright? Normal is 24% or above. If it's low in the 10%, that's linked with imminent heart attack. Alright? If you're next to 10%, you better start running. Alright? Or change something quick, because problems are coming quick. Alright? So let's see what's normal. Is high sugar in your bloodstream normal? No. You know why it happens? Because of the diets we have. We have all the soda pop that we drink, we have all these processed rice and breads, and all that increases that sugar levels, because our body, when it's broken down, all these nutritional products that are all processed and whatever, we break them down, we create sugar. Alright? And then it has two things to do. Either you use it right away, or it becomes fat. Okay? So that's what it boils down to. If we eat too much, or you eat inappropriately, you're going to have increased blood sugar. Alright? So you either have to burn it off, or not eat as much. And not eating as much, or not eating as much stuff that turns into sugar in your system, is really the key to battling diabetes and inflammation and high cholesterol and the C-reactive protein that is really going to lead to killing us. Alright? So is high blood pressure normal? What do you guys think? High blood pressure, is it normal?
In certain cases.
Exactly. So if you're running,
you should have high blood pressure.
Why?
Because your blood needs to circulate to the external part of your body.
Because your body needs nutrients and oxygen, and it needs it at the place where it needs it all the time, especially if you're exerting yourself. If you don't get it, you get cramps, or something doesn't work right. So, for example, if we have a water hose, right, and you put your foot on it, you open the valve, it's a little trickle, it's flowing out the other side, you put your foot on it, right, all of a sudden it stops. Pressure starts building up. You open that valve a little bit more, enough to push your foot off, then the water starts flowing again. That's what happens when we get a little extra chubby. Alright? Or, if there's an organ in our system that for some reason is getting clogged, and it's telling the heart, hey, I need blood over here. That's why we build the blood pressure up. It's not because there's something wrong with us. I mean, there's something wrong with us, but our heart didn't make the wrong decision. It knows exactly what it needs to do. It needs to get blood everywhere. So if something's not getting blood, your heart blood pressure is going up. Alright? Your blood pressure. Alright? So you understand why blood pressure is important. It's significant. So if we don't fix the problem, and we just give you a pill that decreases the blood pressure, all that blood that should be getting to those organs that are trying to fix themselves is not going to get there. So that's going to lead to more problems down the road. That's like having a pebble in your shoe and not shaking it off, just taking the Tylenol. Once it wears off, it's still there. Okay? So, is high cholesterol normal? It's not normal. Alright? Some people make more cholesterol than others.